All right, Abusia Fonti yama akwa baba AD Network TV ewo YouTube and TikTok. Na ejuma we yaka say yenye biom na mwaka say yamra na yaba. Na yabe no ene na your first time I will buy a channel we so I'm say hit the subscribe button on uwie so a kai say obebo notification button no so. So na be anytime be ya de new video bi abetum no obenya bi ahwe na onye bi etie. Na kai say obe share na afufro so enye bi ahwe. Ema ore mfi say obeja o comment esan say eno ena eboaye ne hu dia wadwene ekyew. Ene no enko mienu pe ena ye ne ubedie. Over the weekend, Mr. Kofi Bentil ede n'asem ekoto key point so ekye mu say Sami Jemfi ne nkrofo omoto illegal gold ewo Galamsey ho Sami efre wo show no so ekye na adwene ema Kofi Bentil ehu ne smoothness level. Na ebeko UTV so eno a ekoso wo honom MC Ayeboa ene Arnold Mensa ede boani a na enye asem ketwa. San komo we na aba beto pono so a ene ye ba bedwudwam na tiefo enye bi ahwe ka say show we ye shoot live from Danube premises and unti upe sofa papa empa anase nkonya office furniture Renado home ye wo Jolu opposite Allied filling station ho ana Danube ho anase upe baby a weekend obedwodwo ho enye bibia no enye bibia dia Blala Sorisa pub a ono so wo Jolu opposite the Allied filling station na ye to ankomo no so no weekend di ana Kofi Bentil ko PM wo the key points so TV3 host no ye bra penny o kansi Alfred na ankomodie no na omo pese mo kyese gold a ye ko se Galamsey ye pese ye twa so task force aban cost still na Galamsey no kwa na ekoso eno mo na ban fofore ba mu ena mo te ade ye friend gold board ena mo de Sami Jemfi enkane ono na ye communication minister Emma NDC amanyoko no sabre ye ka so ono na ye the CEO for gold board na Kofi Bentil kwatena show no so na omudi nkomo na Kofi Bentil ka se ete se abanu to me pam DCEs every week esan se ne nchiremu ne sen o se DC bi a wote onpeso aso na wo be ka se wonnim se ne Galamsey nsensam edify akoso onpeso aso dia and they say aban no every week bia no opam no.
I have said, Scan has repeated, forfeit the lands. Listen, there is benign negligence. I didn't know and something happened. If Galamsey happens on your land, the best you can say as a chief, as a DCE, regional minister, is benign negligence. I didn't know. Benign negligence in the case of Galamsey, which is an existential problem in this country, okay, amounts to catastrophic incompetence. You sit in your office, you ride your pickup or your V8, and you say you don't know that Galamsey is going on. But that's the best. And if you go beyond benign negligence, there is complicity, which is to say, you know what is going on. You've either decided not to do anything about it, or you are actually part of it. I can tell you more than 50% of the cases, it is complicity. If you have put a person there by your own appointment, and the person is complicit in doing the worst things possible, why do you keep the person there? Then why can't you sack the person?
The extreme side is that those people have organized groups working for them.
I'm coming there. And there's criminal complicity. Those people, that's what he just said. It's not just about somebody coming and you removing your eye. I am telling you that some of those people are actually the people who are doing the organization. They are the links between the financiers in Accra, etc., and the people there. And when the police arrest them and whatever it is, the calls that go around, some are routed through them. They have become protectors of the problem. Okay? So see, if we don't see certain indicators, I will never be convinced that Jubilee House is serious about dealing with Galamsey. And it has to be serious. Okay? And Alfred,
yes,
I don't see why we can't have a league table. Okay? Where do we have Galamsey? Who are the people there? Sack them every week, appoint new people. All right? That is disruption enough. You know why? If every month there's a new DCE, that person will not be well established in the system to even build their networks properly. Okay? So I'm saying there has to be some disruption of this criminal enterprise, which has the only potential it has is to become a worse problem for us as a country.
You sack DCEs every week.
Sack DCEs every week. Regional ministers are there. Okay? Look, forfeit the lands. When you talk about benign negligence or whatever it is, when you have land, and you are the chief, and you are the custodian of the land, and you sit and you allow that to happen. In fact, in some places, it's grounds for distillment. And I hear in Ashanti, some people have been distilled over that stuff.
Already.
Okay, so when you sit,
4 or 5 chiefs, yes.
Yeah, And if you allow the land to be poisoned, the president holds our resources in trust. Okay, there is legal ground for the land to be taken from you. Because under you have allowed it to be poisoned and destroyed. The minerals there don't belong to you by our law. That's a different argument. But I'm saying there is even sufficient legal grounds for the forfeiture of lands that have been tainted by GALAMSEY. Let the state own it so nobody legally can go there anymore. All right? If we see some of these actions, and not all of them will be perfect or yield immediate results, but like I'm saying, we need disruption and then we start going in to fix the problem.
And no more offense wa and or corner any much say. Sami Jenfi nini gold board in penny for no gold or muto krumhano emu 80% GALAMSEY gold. And as I met see and say that I be monfre Alfred mammy. I say Kofi Bentil to foot go to for any so. And of fresh show no so. Sami friend or catch Kofi Bentil said I be me ma quite ma fasa and foot rono and go Ghana for any so. Na gold I to krumhono. They buy the gold from only licensing mining company. Yani I buy a one she say omu and I to gold from her. And so TV3 so I say I buy and I say gold board I to GALAMSEY gold not just a autumn footro a good penny for any.
The CEO of Gold Board, Sami Jenfi, is on the telephone right now. There was a particular statement which was made, which I in fact queried and asked questions of. The specific, yes, he's on the telephone right now. Mr. Jenfi, can you hear us? Hello?
I can hear you, Alfred.
Yes. There's a quick intervention that you're saying specific about where you are buying the gold from, Gold Board. Where are you buying the gold from?
Yeah, Alfred, thank you, and a very good morning to your esteemed panelists and your cherished viewers across the world. My attention has been drawn to a false statement that one of your panelists, specifically Mr. Kofi Bentil, has made about the sources of gold purchases of the Ghana Gold Board. I understand that he stated categorically that about 85% of small-scale miners in the country are GALAMSEYers, and therefore 85% of the gold being purchased by Gold Board by inference is coming from GALAMSEYers. I want to put on record that that statement is totally false. Mr. Bentil should not be allowed to get away with such falsehood on a very important platform such as Key Points on TV3. For the records, Gold Board is a creature of law. The Ghana Gold Board was established under Act 1140 passed by Parliament in 2025. That law provides for how and where Gold Board must buy gold. And if you read it, you will find out that Gold Board, by law, is mandated to only buy gold from licensed miners. We buy gold, and Mr. Kenashibe, who is the head of the Chamber of Mines, will attest to you that there are about 7 large-scale mining companies in Ghana that Gold Board currently buys 20% of their gold. I'm talking about large-scale mining companies. And we buy this gold to shore up our gold reserves. Number 2, when it comes to small-scale miners, the law requires the Gold Board to buy gold or the gold produced by licensed small-scale miners. Now, there are over 2,000 licensed small-scale miners in the country. And that is the primary source of all small-scale gold purchases of the Gold Board. So the Gold Board, by law and by policy, does not deal with illegal miners. We deal with licensed small-scale miners through the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners and the Concerned Small-Scale Miners Association. Now, this is a novelty. This has never happened in the history of Ghana, because since Ghana started producing gold, there has not been any legal and institutional framework that ensures that gold is purchased from licensed miners. So hitherto, you have individual licensees of the PMMC and or the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources buying gold from everybody, irrespective of the source. Then came 2022, when Kofi Bentil's friends, his political mentor, Bawumia, introduced the gold for oil and gold for forex program. I didn't hear Kofi Bentil ask Bawumia and the Bank of Ghana then where they were buying gold from for their gold for oil and gold for forex program. When we decided as a government and as a nation to go into gold purchases, created that legal and institutional framework that mandates us to only buy from licensed miners. Now, to enforce this legal injunction, the president has directed us to do what is provided for under Section 31F of the Gold Bond Law, which is to establish a full value chain track and trace system. And the process has started, and we have already given timelines that by first quarter of next year, we will have a track and trace system, which has never happened since Ghana became Ghana. And this system will allow us to trace every gram of gold produced in Ghana and purchased by the Gold Board to its origin mine. So Kofi Bentil lied on your show when he said that the Gold Board gets 85% of its gold from illegal miners. It is not true.
So when
we get our gold from the over 2,000 licensed miners in Ghana.
Right. When you make the point...
let me explain something to you, Alfred.
Quickly.
We, as a corporate entity, do not buy gold directly. We buy it from private licensees, like it pertains in the Kuku area.
Right.
So it is possible that a private licensee of the Gold Board, licensed buying agent of the Gold Board, despite the legal requirements of them buying from only licensed small-scale miners, it is possible that you may get some of them breaching this legal provision. That is why we are introducing the track and trace system the president has been talking about, so that we can fish them out, we can segregate the gold, and we can ensure total compliance with this. So you shouldn't sit there and talk about things he doesn't know. Where did he get that figure 85% from?
Okay, so since you said your attention was drawn to it, a couple of things. I then would assume that you weren't watching at the time. When he made that statement, yes, I raised queries about that. But then you make a point about you don't buy gold directly from the miners, and that there is a possibility that the licensed gold buyers that you engage would breach the law that mandates that Gold Board buys the gold from only licensed small-scale miners. There's that possibility that they may have bought from illegal small-scale miners that you are not directly aware of and you are not directly engaging. So that's a challenge. So,
my brother, are you aware of any perfect system anywhere in the world? You cannot have a perfect system anywhere in the world. We are saying that, first of all, understand how gold is bought.
Yeah.
Gold is bought in buying offices in district capitals and regional capitals and various towns across the country. Gold is not bought from mining sites. Okay? So when an individual buyer is sitting in his office in Koforidua and somebody brings nuggets of gold or gold in the form of a powder, that individual Ghanaian may not have the technology to detect whether that seller is a licensed miner or not. And it is the responsibility of government to put in place the systems that will ensure that that buyer is able to trace the source of that gold. I am saying that Kofi Bentil's friends were in power for 8 years. They started gold purchases under gold for oil and gold for forex. They did not introduce any such system.
Okay.
We, in less than 9 months, are introducing that system that will allow these individual licensed buyers of the Gold Board buying gold for us to be able to detect the sources of the gold in us.
So the traceability is what you are introducing.
Any objective person, Alfred, will comment. And you will not come and say they're throwing figures around.
So the traceability...
85% of small-scale miners are GALAMSEYs. What is the source of that data?
So the traceability is what you are putting in place now to identify this and address the challenge.
Did we ever have a conversation about traceability when Kofi Bentil's mentor Bawumia was vice president and he was doing good for oil and good for forex? No, because they were buying gold without any proper institutional and legal framework. That is different from what is happening now under President Mahama. And he has given clear directives, and we are almost done with this track and trace system. But even in the absence of the track and trace system, go to our website. The terms and conditions of our license are clear. We don't buy gold from illegal miners, and we don't deal with illegal miners. We rather, at the time NIMOS was facing challenges with resources, we rather are giving financial and logistical support to NIMOS to go and fight illegal miners. Why will we do that? Can a kingdom divided among itself stand? And then you don't have any evidence, you don't have any data. You come and sit on national television and you throw a figure, which is a figment of your own imagination out there, that 85% of gold bought goods comes from illegal miners. You should stop that propaganda.
Right. So that, Sammy, it's the point that you make about the traceability is the next phase of the conversation in dealing with this challenge. That's what you have identified.
First of all,
as well.
I want Mr. Kenda Shigbe, who is a key partner of the gold board there, and who currently is working on that.
Shigbe is seated here. In fact,
hold on.
Yes, he corroborates the point that you are making.
On the development of LBMA certified model mines and refinery and all that, to educate Kofi Bentil that gold board buys large-scale mining gold.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, gold board buys a small-scale gold by law from licensed small-scale miners. But we are not hypocrites. So we know that there are over 700 licensed buyers of the gold board who are scattered across the length and breadth of Ghana. Some of them may, at some points, be doing the wrong thing.
Okay.
And we want to be able to check them and make sure that they buy gold for us only from licensed miners.
All right.
That is why in record time, we are doing something which has never been done since the days of God's.
And Kofi Bentil say no ko papai. Are there any evidence or can specifically say about 80% of gold I turn Okrumah by gold board ni na GALAMSEY gold?
Is there any data or proof
There is, it's clear.
to show?
It is clear.
The
data shows that
GALAMSEY
a lot of the gold we are buying now is coming from small-scale mining.
Small-scale miners.
Let me finish. Small-scale
miners.
mining is up to 85% GALAMSEY. All right?
If you want to license small-scale miners?
Masa, I said we are buying small-scale mining gold. And small-scale mining gold is 85% illegal mining. If you, the facts are there. So
I say that Gold Board has constantly indicated they buy gold from licensed small-scale miners, unless you have information that's contrary to that.
I'm saying so.
And I see you, Sammy Jenfika said, Abby. Now, so Kofi Bentil, Utu Betina TV, so I can't say what he said. I saw the evidence ever. I just said Gold Board, I can't talk GALAMSEY good. And they said, now, and I said, China, Kofi Bentil. Edisa evidence in the Babadia, you go so, and then Sammy Jenfika claim from them said, Abby. There's no illegal gold be our motto. Now gold or motto be they buy it from a licensed mining company. Ewo Krumuha. Nonti Sammy Jenfi asa kele another jandam enra ana Kofi Bentil person odi tujam. Yanko UTV. UTV enra United Showbiz hosted by Empress Gifty gazetted. Hopes na doya yere. Na idea na siye enra mo amunim se the legend Daddy Lumba efrum. Ofri mu na wotwe ayedi ye mo hu sene titrufoɔ eba ye sene ansensam asifakɔ san komokro ya na edidi mu na sisi ya menu kase akoba no se yere no mu ba ko Daddy Lumba ene no ware wo Germany somewhere 2004, even though almost started twempena somewhere 1991, but 2004 and officially ware wo Germany aponten so, which means a sa ware no Germany mbra na ebo ho bra. Enunti papa no toye no maame no eba Ghana wanche bia no san so call back na saa maame no ye frɛ no maame akosua sewa no oni Lumba e wo mamiensa de frɛ no akosua broni ono so te Ghana ha no ono so no Lumba e wo mansia nti wo kani na abo ma esen aye 9 na de etie nie ye na wotwe ne wie ye vegi wie ye no ɛhɔ ana busua pani bi twi ne ti ɛna abusuapɛni sɛ kurom ha no nipa baako pɛ na enim ne sɛ ɔyɛ Lumba ɛyere a ɔyɛ de ɔwɔ Germany na yenim de ekotwa abayɛ ahome ma abayɛ mbɔ kɛse ɛna kyiame no abusuapɛni sa dane na no sɛ dabi ɔdɔbroni so ɛyɛ Lumba yere sanse ɛnkane na odi kan be grant interview kasae no na ɔnyanya ne nhwehwɛmu enwieye ehu sɛ ida sɛ ɔdɔbroni no Lumba ɛyɛ no ho ade anase yɛ mpnatwe nti we kɔma nsensɛm no bɛyɛ bebree ɛwɔ social media so nti ɔdɔbroni adɔfo ɛyɛ bi gum sɛ waso adɔfo ɛyɛ bi gum ɛna funeral committee a ɔmo te yɛ ɔmo hwɛ so sɛ eyi na ɔmo ba bɛyɛ no ɔmo ɛna bɛhwɛ sɛ bibia bɛkɔ tɔɔten kasamafo baako ɔhɔ ɛyɛ Honorable Collins na Honorable Collins na ɛno a ɔkasa wɔ TV so ɔmo friend wɔ United Showbiz ɛna na ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ ɛnkane no na ɔdɔbroni no na obiara anim sɛ ɔyɛ ɔwarefoɔ ɛsan sɛ ne busuapɛni sɛ obiara anim no until sɛ ɔkɔyɛ an investigation ɛna ɔbaa na ɔka sɛ ɛne deɛ ayɛ deɛ ɛne mmaa mmienu nyinaa bɛyɛ kuna.
So when it comes to performance of widowhood rights now, it's at the behest of the deceased family. Me yes antiniba minni mama me di mama ne e hono de minni ebusua panyini asem na wode abeto abontene no as we speak no kire say e ma ne mienu obedie kwan ni se obi bia emeyi ni kuna gaye wakasa asem no e de ato
na sɛ wa Germany si da bi wɔmpene ɛsan sɛ Germany mmara ne hyɛ sɛ woyɛ obi na woware a wobetumi aware nipa baako pɛ ntumi nware mienu ɛno nti ɔde kɔ court ɛwɔ Kumase sɛ court mfa ne nsa nto eyie no so ɔde nipa miɛnsa ɛna ɔde kɔ court baako ɛyɛ transition funeral home ɔmo ɛna eyie ne hyehyɛ ne hyɛ ɔmo nsa ɔmo wɔ court nipa number 2 ɛyɛ busuapɛni na ɔkasakasa no ɔno so yɛde na kɔ court sɛ court mfa tabo nto na no so ɛma ne nka eyie no ho asɛm bio ansa na ɔdɔbroni na ɔte Lumba ho wɔ kurom ha na ansa na wɔwuo no ɔno so yɛde ne kɔ court sɛ ɔnhwɛ na wankasa ɔno the rightful widower ɛno nti nipa miɛnsa ɛna sɛwa ɛde ɔmo akɔkɔ gyina mu wɔ court sɛ court ɛnhwɛ na ɔmfa tabo nto ɔmo so na me no ka sɛ on the 16th of October 2025 ɔmɛkɔ akɔpie mu wɔ court until sɛ court bɛtena ase na ɔmo agye atom sɛ injunction na wa file no yɛagye atom no deɛ eyie no yɛ sɛ ɛbɛba so December ɛno nti yɛbusa sɛ Lumba wie ne nyum baako kora hɔ kyerɛ sɛ so owu a monhwɛ na ewu akyire anya basa na wankɔyɛ samantwantwan gyina junction na ne bu nkofu wonya sure sɛ saa bre Lumba gyina East Legon junction so ane bu afu enti saa nkɔmɔ yi ɛna ekopie mu wɔ UTV ɛna ɔmo busa MC ayɛbo asɛ kuna asɛm yi MC ayɛbo a ɔno ne sɛn ɔno si bo na kuna yɛ ɔmo akankanke ada kuna no ɔmo yɛ a ɛde bibi ba abɛka ɔmo abrabɔ ho anaasɛ kuna no ɛyɛ deɛ na mfa so bia nkyɛ dani so
kuna na ye kan kuna no ene ne den kuna no ene ne den wo se awarefo mienu a won aware ye kwakotew won tem eno ani kuna no emfa age mbeka wo age ho kuna no sebio enye o like possession emma wani mu ntwetwe so let us respect the dead man and make sure that he is buried.
MC ayɛbo ade na no su yɛ pɛ ɛna ano sɛ hene ha yɛntwe mmaw Emma Arnold busa MC ayɛbo ade kuna no is it your kuna no busa MC ayɛbo ɛna Arnold mi kote Arnold catch MC ayɛbo ɛno United Showbiz sɛ so obetina na yɛbɔ pons na yɛbɔ microphone na onni ho kwan sɛ obɛka asɛm bia kɛkɛ na nkɔfo na ɔmo ho aka no ɛyɛ wɔ ɔmo fam ɛne nsɛnsɛm ɔmo nemu no wontumi mbɛtena TV so ɛma yɛmbɔ pons na wonka nkyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ekuna yɛ no ɛmfa bibia amba ɛma Arnold ne MC ayɛbo ɛde hwe so ɛwɔ United Showbiz
yɛte ha de bia ne ɛka funeral the friend is saying funeral de apo tourism funeral tourism but yɛte ha be little kuna why pacho kuna no is not an integral part of a year so why are we sitting here making it seem as if kuna is kuna ne be yedien kuna no we kuna na ube liposuction what are you telling me what are you saying one moment you say yen push funeral tourism yen so your traditions me customs but you are sitting on this platform telling me say kuna no kwade na de be bade na be what are you saying
So they should fight over the kuna. Is that what you are saying?
Pacho. O kasa na miambemu.
Ubemu. Hey. Ubemu. And to Yembusa. So should they fight over the kuna? No, Ubemu.
Is it your kuna?
Eh?
Is it your kuna?
It's what?
Is it your kuna?
Should they fight over the kuna?
It is not your kuna. If those involved says they would want your kuna, tussle over it. Let them tussle over it.
Then they should go on with it.
Don't belittle it because
nobody's belittling it here. Obie no our ability kuna via waha. Yeah, kasa mama sumje mbra no munsie papa na sumje. That's what we are saying. Obie no kasa sebio kuna no you know. Come on with us.
Okay, so kuna no what is kuna?
Thank you. Kasa like possession.
Like possession.
Also you kuna na like possession.
Kuna kora.
No kuna ola.
So be na waso.
Sofu.
Menu kasa yi eda so trending. Abusia. Se na medical ka no MCI yebo a na no akwa yi ne ka. Wanda anwene se Arnold ebetwi nanim saa. Nemum ansa na show no bekwa awiye no MCI yebo a atwe saa yasan se Arnold ejina ne kon so ama ne paatwo se wan kan yi.
Because Ebiana comparison na me ye no. Ntwa yi a message for some of which.
Hey. No, I mean no, yes, no, because I'm very educated, very learned. We name the echo. So when we say one, I mean, of Lisa man for Bection and we're correcting. That's the way to go. I mean, it's not like a big deal. I say you know, it miss on your dream. It's all the time.
Comparison now, it was not the good comparison. I retract.
And here tumofo, mwa bonten social media in-laws alumba uwu na mu chirem de obeye kuna. Monjana asam no ewo court the court ka wia na ehu dia kuna no obeye kuna nkasa na mo wa wo hwe no bia na unim adekora ye kuna no ye den kuna no ye se ye tete otiasefo afri owufo entam enti lumba otiase no ware se wa broni ena osanso ware eno se wa kuna kire se wuwu a ese ye tete woni san krofo no entam woni atiasefo eni twaka enu ano no enti ma mienu se me na me kuna me na me nye kuna do mpese ye ma omo ane se ye kwate omo mienu ntam na lumbanfo na asem ko wufuom na atiasefo so ntena se na ndi asem ebusua enkomo wei ena edi ntra ha ewa ahoma kese no so eno ena AD network ADTV ye de bramo anai enti wonya bi hwe ya besraw wo so na share ma adofo na afifo so nya bi hwe na jaw comment ewa comment section na se da se na ye se ja video fufu tumu a wonya bi ahwe until then no ya crowd